And Obamacare passed in 2010 without one Republican vote, but it is often forgotten that 34 Democrats also voted against Obamacare, seeing some of its major flaws from the start. Today, we are seeing this same situation in Congress as Republican leadership struggles to get full support from its own party. As the tables have turned, let's bring in a former Blue Dog Democrat, Representative Bobby Bright, to give his unique perspective. Welcome to you, Mr. Bright. Thank you for being here.
Hello, Laura. It's great to be here.
Yes, well, you know, talking about this unique perspective today with what you experienced in 2009 and 10, you were one of the few Democrats who voted against Obamacare, seeing some of its flaws from the beginning. But that must have come with a lot of pressure from your own party. So I want you to tell us what it was like to work against your own party and what the parallels are with the Republican Party on this issue. I mean, you must be having this deja vu.
It is. It's deja vu all over again. But first, let me correct you. I was not working against my party. I was working for the people in my district, my constituents. And I traveled. I had 93 incorporated cities in my district, and I traveled to every one of them, and many of them twice, to hear what they had to say. And they were not pleased with the version of the Health Care Act that we were discussing in Washington. And I took that message back to Washington as their representative. And, you know, that's what a lot of people have to understand. We representatives, when we go to Washington, we don't push our personal agenda or a special interest agenda. We're supposed to represent the people that that sent us there. And so many of the people in Congress today don't do that. And that's where the real division comes.
Now, as you're watching what's happening now and comparing it to what happened in 2009, what is different? Sure. What are the parallels?
One major difference is the economy.
Okay.
Back in 2009, 2010, if you remember, we were in a horrible downturn in our economy. We were going deeper and deeper in debt, and people just were, they were very, very afraid and scared, quite frankly. And when I would go through my district, that was voiced over and over and over again. Now the difference is that our economy is stronger. It's getting better. As you saw the numbers earlier today, the employment rate is down. We were experiencing 8% and 9% unemployment rate when we passed Obamacare or the ACA. And now the unemployment rate is at 4.7. And we had over 235,000 new jobs created in last month's time frame alone. So you can see that the mindset of the American people are more comfortable. They feel a little bit more secure, and because of that, they will be much more receptive to listening to a viable, very well planned health care plan to replace the ACA.
And you realized early on that there was no provision to cap cost. I've read that. You saw that premiums could just keep increasing. So what do you think, in your mind, what are Republicans today missing on this?
Keep in mind that the healthcare industry and the insurance industry, they took advantage of the ACA. They knew that it was a very sensitive issue. It was a major economic issue for the time. And so during the period of time that we had ACA, they upped their cost, and they blamed it on the Obamacare. And a lot of people believed that, and they still believe that today. So that was what happened back in 2009, 2010. Today, what the Republicans need to be aware of is that they need to have some provision in their health care plan to cap the cost of health care and pharmaceuticals, but more important than anything, help cap the insurance companies from escalating their prices. It's ridiculous how much they go up. I was mayor of Montgomery for 10 years, and I experienced the 10 years a double-digit increase in our health care cost every year prior to me being in Congress, and I still feel like we will continue to see that unless the GOP plan has some provision in there to cap those costs.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bright, we got to leave it there. Thank you so much. Great perspective today, and thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you.